random chunk from the archives.
Just after 9 o'clock this morning, we are in the company of acting nobility today. Sir Roger Moore has joined us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have you recovered from the drums? Did you hear the drums earlier?
Yes, yeah. I thought there was little trouble in the jungle today. They'd be attacking by nightfall.
Yeah,
They
well,
were
it goes
great,
right
weren't
through,
they?
doesn't it? Amazing stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I tapped my feet all along.
Did you? Good. We're talking to you about your illustrious film career in just a sec, which is now, what, 60 years, 50 or 60 years you've been in films?
It's further than I can count.
Is it?
All right. We'll talk to Sir Roger Moore in a moment. First, let's get a last quick look at what's happening. Welcome back. As Britain's most deadly weapon, he's fended off crocodiles, fought off henchmen and wooed countless ladies. He is, of course, Sir Roger Moore.
The longest-serving James Bond, having starred in more than 7 films over 12 years. In his latest project, A Christmas Princess, he takes on a rather different role. Before we speak to him, morning.
Morning again.
Let's have a little look.
Oh, and will they get one?
Will they get one? Is there a happy ending?
It is a fairy story. It has a happy ending.
It always
That's
do.
why it's a Christmas film.
What attracted you to it?
Well, first of all, the producer, Brad Cravoy, we'd made a film that I managed to play a gay ex-soldier called Boat Trip, which was a great deal of fun to do, and I had a great deal of fun with this producer because every night he would find a wonderful restaurant to eat at, and I thought, well, it's going to be Romania, Bucharest, romantic, nice restaurants, yes. We go, and I first of all, I did read the story.
It wasn't just determined by the restaurants.
No, it was a restaurant, then the story. No, but it was, I thought, there's no bombs, there's no explosions, nobody ends up with a terrible disease. This is a happy story.
And you get to play a curmudgeonly granddad, so if you don't feel like acting in the morning when you get up early, it might just come naturally to you. Not saying you are curmudgeonly, but I mean, if you weren't in the best of moods.
I am. That really is me. That's the
Is that
easy
you?
part. That's the easy part. No, it was. I think the little clip we saw. I think there was one after I had my foot crushed on the penultimate night of shooting. I tripped over a cable in the half dark, and 3 Romanians went to save me. One of them was very large, and they all fell on top of me. One fell on my ankle, which is still slightly swollen for the insurance. And, so I spent the last night of the film sitting in a chair or just getting up on a crutch and standing and saying the lines. So it was easy to look curmudgeonly. I was in
bet it was.
pain.
Well, it's a charming film. We're going to roll back the years, though, if it's all right with you. Can we do
Yeah.
that? Can we take you back to when you first started? Because your nickname was the Big Nit. Explain why your nickname was the Big Nit.
Only to Michael Caine. He was, yes,
Here you are.
that's what he said.
Because you took part in sort of knitting, knitwear.
Modelling.
Is that right? You're a knitting
Oh,
model.
yes. Hundreds of rather elderly ladies now wear jumpers, pearl one, stitch one plain, more posed.
Because of you. And you were there on the knitting patterns.
Yeah. And then
Some
we were
man.
talking, there was Ivanhoe, and also The Saint was really a huge break for you. How many episodes was that?
We did about 120 odd.
Oh, really?
Was that when the
So did it start in black?
You started in black and
and
white,
white,
didn't it?
We started in black and white because Lou Grade had sold it to America, he thought, but the American end of his company did not think it was a network show, and so it was done in black and white.
Yes.
And then the networks picked it up and it went into colour.
And that's when it went to colour.
And was The Saint that you first raised the eyebrow?
Yes, I never raised an eyebrow before that, because I remember when I was under contract in the early 50s to MGM, and I was told, you mustn't be so animated with your face, because what is going up 1/8 of an inch actually on the screen goes up 8 feet.
Yeah.
So my first films were her face like this, and I kept my jaw together, and I said, very British. And so when I came to do The Saint, I was allowed to do really what I felt. And I thought, well, he does races I run. I can't. It's difficult. The bags have pulled them down.
That's why we can't
That's
do
why
it.
I can't do it anymore. either.
now I pretend that I'm looking for my hairline. So,
From The Saint to The Persuaders, you were saying there were about 100 and something episodes of The Saint, but The Persuaders, there were very few. I mean, I remember watching it feels like I remember growing up watching it a lot, but there were how many episodes?
no, 24.
Yeah, with Tony
24.
Curtis.
It was, we were supposed to do it in 12 months, and we took 13 and a half weeks.
13 and a half weeks.
I mean, 13 and a half months.
Oh,
All right,
I was
yeah.
going to say that.
Yeah.
really is-
Sorry. Thank you for picking me up.
That's okay.
That would have been
It's
fast.
early in the morning.
Yes,
I
it
know, I
certainly
know.
is.
We
No,
feel
it's
it. We
late for
certainly
you.
feel it.
I know how early it is.
And then Bond came along. Did you have to audition for that, or did they just say, we want you, Roger?
Well, I knew Cubby Broccoli and Harry Saltzman. We gambled together. I was complete. When I played the Saint, I thought I was James Bond, and I would go to gambling casinos and sit and play Shemmy and Sweetie and
really?
Bank. And Cubby and Harry were both gamblers. And so having that in common, they thought that I might make a good replacement.
Yeah, we did a wonderful thing for Children in Need a few years ago, and some of us tried to be James Bond, and then I got upstage. Do you remember this? Let's have a look. Here we go.
The name's Bond. James Bond. Hang on. I am Bond. James Bond.
I could do the eyebrows in those
Yeah,
days.
what happened to the eyebrow? The eyebrow was there. And we were saying 7 Bond films, which is more than any other Bond.
Yes, well, Sean did 7, but 1 was not for the same producers, so it doesn't
I
count.
see.
And quickly, we must mention you've got a UNICEF
UNICEF.
concert coming up.
Yes, next Sunday at the Albert Hall. We're doing Captain Beaky, Jeremy Lloyd's very, very funny verse and music, wonderful ballet, wonderful music, and very funny guest artists.
Yes, and UNICEF's such a good
There's
cause.
still tickets. for
Still
sale.
tickets available.
Okay.
Excellent.
It's lovely to meet you.
Roger,
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Not at all. It's a pleasure.